Hi there. Let's talk all things hypnosis and weight loss today. So, when you think about hypnosis for weight loss, what comes to mind? One of the first questions I get asked is, are you going to make me cluck like a chicken? So, no, I'm not going to make you do that. And in fact, in hypnosis, I can't make you do anything that you don't want to do. So that's why it's important to be fully all in when you come to do a hypnosis session. So whatever that may be that you want to do. But today specifically, we're talking about weight reduction. And I want to clarify, we don't want to use the word lose weight or weight loss, because what happens is when you lose something, what does your mind want to do? Your mind wants to find it. And therefore, you've got that yo-yo effect. You lose it and then you find it. That weight finds its way back to your body. So we want to talk about weight reduction or shedding weight or eliminating excess weight. So those are the kinds of terms that we want to use. So also I want to talk about how the impressions around food that you got as a child have everything to do with the body that you have developed over time that has brought you to where you are today. So the way that you look at food, your relationship with food, that is one of the key things that we want to address in the hypnosis session that you have, is where did your relationship with food start? So for instance, some of the clients that I've worked with in the past had a tendency towards sweet foods and maybe a certain texture, like they wanted to eat mostly sweet and creamy foods, like they wanted ice cream or pudding or pastries that were filled with, a cream or something like that. And so their earliest recollection of their relationship with food would have been that maybe their grandparents took them for ice cream, or the grandparents provided these types of sweets with the puddings and things like that. So that to them signified love. So therefore, when they were looking for that aspect of love in their life, they were turning towards those foods because they felt like there was a void. So another instance with a client, this was a gentleman, and so he was having issues with erectile dysfunction, and you normally would not consider that to be an issue with food, or in this particular case with sweets. But he was finding that a certain time every day he was drawn to the vending machines and he was always going towards sweets. And so we came to find out in his hypnosis session that it was related to his lack of love around a certain time of day when his mom would leave for work. So there's a very interesting thing that happens in the psyche, especially in relationship to food and the things that we feel like are a void or are missing in our lives. And that is what we do in the hypnosis session, is we're looking for that root cause of your relationship to certain types of foods that are preventing you from living the lifestyle that you want to live, or from having the physical body that you are looking for, the physical weight. And each person has an ideal weight, and there are barriers to that weight when our psychology and things get in the way that are preventing us from achieving that desire that we want. And so what we're looking for is that root cause. And once we get to that root cause and you understand how this relationship with food has developed and turned into a habit over time, with that understanding, then we can turn towards the transformation and make the changes that wherein I provide a transformational recording for you that you listen to over time, usually a period of 3 weeks, because 21 days is essentially the amount of time it takes to develop that new habit and rewire those neural pathways in the mind. Because, what you've been used to doing up until this point has worn grooves into your mind. Those are the neural pathways that your mind is used to doing, and that's the habitual pattern that you've been living in. So what we're doing in hypnosis is essentially changing that pattern that you no longer want into a new habit or pattern that will be better serving for you in the quality of life that you are desiring. And again, it takes time to develop that habit and that new pattern and way of being and living in the quality of life that you desire. So I hope that this has explained to you kind of the process of what we go through in a hypnosis session, in finding the root cause of your relationship with food, and therefore changing it to the way that you want it to be, to in turn bring about the quality of life and the body that you desire to be living your life in. So if you'd like to schedule a free consultation with me, I've got my Calendly link in the comments. And I hope that you've enjoyed this explanation. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments section. I'd love to hear what you thought, or, any ahas that you may have had. And I look forward to sharing more information about the hypnosis process. And I also would like, special requests. If there's something that you'd like for me to address in one of my YouTube videos, put that in the comments as well. So again, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next video.